Hey painters, thanks for joining me again. Today I'm going to show you how to paint one of my favorite characters from Frozen, Olaf. Now what I want to do here is achieve a background. So I have picked up some metallic light blue and I'm just going to dab it very lightly, and on the top end of the sponge I've picked up some silver. Excuse my sniffling. I've had a bit of hay fever lately. I get it quite bad, so it hasn't been the best. But it's getting better with some antihistamines. That fixes everything for me when I get this hay fever spout. So, okay, so see how I'm turning the sponge around. So I want to cover up some silver up the top and then just mix the blue ever so lightly. So sponge it nice and lightly so it becomes a gradient from light blue to silver. I'm also just going to bring some more silver over the light blue just to make it a little bit lighter. You don't want to make it too heavy. Okay, so that's the base for our Frozen Olaf design. All right, now I'm using a number 6 round brush. And what I'm going to do here is paint the base of Olaf's face, which is like a little round dome here. And it comes down to about there. Fill that in. And so he's quite he's got some big cheeks that come out. So I'm just going to grab some white and make like a little love heart. And that's like his face. It's kind of like a heart-shaped face. So it's cheeks that come out. Sometimes it takes some time to perfect the shape, but just think of a sort of roundish, like a love heart with a roundish bottom right at the bottom here. So I'll pick up some more white and so obviously I'm painting on a practice head, which is completely different. If any of you are using practice heads to practice, please comment down below and let me know which ones you're using. This one's just a cheapo, but it helps me with just doing basic tutorials, so it works for me. But if you have one that's amazing, I've heard that the Merrin one is quite good. So let me know if you're using that one. I would love to know how you go with it. If it's more realistic to human skin than others, because this one certainly isn't, and it sometimes doesn't give me the desired result that I'm hoping for. So yeah, I'd love to know how you guys go with other practice heads. So now that I've finished the basis of his face, I've just picked up some tag orange, and now I'm just going to look at each end of his cheeks and I'm going to make a nose round about here. So this is his little carrot nose. Just going to make it look like a blob because we're looking at him. We're not looking at him from side on. So this will give us a center of so that we can work around the face. Now from here on, I'm going to be doing a fair bit of outlining. So I want to make sure that my 0 round brush is nicely well loaded, and I'm giving it a bit of a twist as I lift my brush off the cake, just to make it a little bit pointier and easier. So I'll start with his eyes, which will come up here and along there, and I'll make his 2 little pupils just there. Now his eyebrows sort of like raised. So just 2 little teardrops, one coming down on either side. And now for his smile, start along here as you would do a normal smile. And then I'm going to just outline his teeth. So I don't paint over them because you don't want to be painting over black. It's a little bit hard to paint white over black. It's a little bit tricky. So now that we've done that, we're just going to fill in the black area around his white teeth. I love Olaf. He is such a funny character, very witty and such a bright addition to the Frozen movie. All I'm going to do now is outline his face and his little body. Slightly going around and continuing. He has some little branches for hair. So I'm just going to do those ones facing up. And he also has some branches for hands. So we'll draw those ones. I'm also going to go ahead and do his little button down here, a little button. Now I'm just going to make his nose a little bit bigger. By making his nose a little bit bigger, it gives me a little bit more space to outline the carrot. Now to keep the design nice and simple, I'm just going to bring some teardrops coming into the eyes like this, and then bring out a little curl down the bottom, and just on the other end. Got the camera in the way there, it's a little bit tricky sometimes. I'm just going to come over and do some bits of snow. So just getting a number 6 round brush, and I'm just going to do some cute white dots everywhere. Just to mimic some snow. You could use a stencil to do this. Sometimes it's easier to just use your brush and create the snow yourself. So that's little Olaf. I hope you love him. I certainly loved painting him and showing you how to do this. If you loved this and benefited from it, please give it a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe so we don't miss each other. I really appreciate all of your support. So keep it coming, and I hope to see you guys next time. Okie doke. Bye.